And we're live. There it is. All right. How's it going? Sorry, I had some computer troubles. A bit late starting today. Love you guys. Happy Super Bowl for those who enjoy watching the game. Um, I'm excited to see what's going to be this year's halftime. Um, Last year we had Red Eyed Jesus coming down while the weekend was playing. And then we had guys dressed in red jackets and black like the weekend, and they all had crotch pants, underwear over their faces. So I don't know what any of that was about last year, but I mean, if it ain't getting obvious, you guys, they're playing this all out right in front of our faces. And they're not even trying to hide it. But I think it's interesting because it's only so much as anybody can see. Hey, Angelfish, I love you. Um, it's only so like what people can see about it all, right? Like it's always been out in front of our faces. It's just now they're getting more blatant, which is interesting. Every time they make a move, man, they're making it worse on themselves, and they don't know because they don't think that we're here. And they think that they have us all under wraps. Because we have to think about, all right, as we're all stepping into this, and as people go through their awakening, and we're all ascending, and whatever the case, whatever you want to call it, it's all the traps along the way of everything that we get into. It's why I say, you don't have half the problems that you think you do, because when we're in a world like this and it's not supporting or promoting your freedom of expression, well, then obviously you're going to be told things about yourself that aren't true. And they're just opinions, right? Or they're just agendas and so on and so forth. And the reason why I wanted to say this is because there's so many people that, myself included, when I was going through it, that we're taking on the fact that, like, oh, it's all our fault, or oh, it's all something's wrong with us, or like I was just talking about love and all the guys just like started making fun of me, and like I'm a wuss and stuff. It's like it's a busted ass world to begin with. So don't be thinking that like something is wrong with you. Like how else do I say that? Like, obviously we're all not perfect. But I like to think, well, hey, if we grew up in a world full of unity, love, and oneness consciousness, like, yeah, we wouldn't have like a lot of these problems. So where's the journey? Is it the journey in losing your entire mind and entire, erasing your memories or whatever, the amnesia, and then having to figure it all out again, only to like just go through it again, when you already knew it? Really, it's this repetition, right? And everybody knows the repetition of life, whether you're religious or whether, it's cycles and whatever you believe, but everything's in repetition and circles and patterns. And so we need to realize, like, whatever it is that you think you're learning now, or that you think right? Like, it's like we're not even close. It doesn't even get close, because we're only uniquely, coded in order to do. Now we can connect to anything and everything, and that's what I always like to show you guys here on the show and always talk about. But that's where you got to be careful, because you want to connect to everything out there, not just everything that's out there. And the way you feel isn't wrong about it, especially they got it all jacked up. 8 months ago, people were saying stuff that's conspiracy, and then now it's true. So, it's really, as we come back into like who we are as people, I think a lot of people, and it's all just what's on the way. We're in a new, some of the soul fam's been saying timelines. We're in a new timeline. Um, and I've probably been feeling something for about a month or so, maybe a little more. I'm primarily feelers, clairsentient, and cognizant. And so for me, it's more just like knowing that we are. I get the knowing that we are from spirit, and it'll just come in, and I'll be like, oh, okay, like cool, we got more light coming. Yeah, we know we got more light coming. So it's like I kind of got, I don't really pay attention to the timelines or anything, or like the things, pay attention the way we used to, because as your awareness grows, your knowledge, your wisdom grows, and as we download more and more and more and more, sometimes, like they say, sometimes if you remembered all the stuff from your past life, I mean, it could potentially paralyze you. Like if you remember all the bad stuff and none of the good stuff, it's just like, and so that's why, we really got, and Archimedes is here, and he just flew in like last minute, and because I was like, who are we going to talk about the construction of the universe with, like this whole construct, and boom, he was right there. So it was him and Metatron for sure. Definitely something wrong with me in the best way. Exactly, right? And that's the whole thing. Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you, right? Like in a warm, loving, nurturing type of environment, whatever craziness you had to say or do, like we would understand, and we'd be like, we'd help you move on. Like we'd help you not feel upset about it all. It's like, but we live in this world where we judge everything, where we label it. So it's like, for example, if you had like crazy Joe over there and he's talking to himself, right? When we're kids, we're all at the playground. Crazy Joe's over there talking to himself with one other crazy Jen. They don't look like they're talking to each other, but they're walking around and they're talking and they're friends. But then we get older, right? We become adults. If you see Crazy Joe, oh, well, get away from me. You're scary. You're ugly. You're this, you're that, like, oh no, whatever. And then we don't, take care of each other. What happened? When we were kids, it's, hey, help them because they're not going to be able to make it through, regular school or something. They need, special care. And so what happens? Then we get older and we go, oh, well, so much for that. You can't afford it, or if you can't, get into the system, it's like, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how we're going to heal homelessness, how we're going to fix this and that. And what I noticed is like all of the explanations, even while they were talking, it was like, and I love them. I'm not going to mention who it was, but, and they're on it. They're already out there. You already know who they are. And they were saying about every little issue that we have in the world. You know what I mean? We got homelessness, we got hunger, we got, the jobs, whatever, all that stuff. And what I noticed was the separation within even that, and it's this whole construct. It's like, how do we cure homelessness? It's like, well, why don't we cure like the whole, because you can't just cure a mentality that easily. It's like there was that study or test or something where they put $100,000 in a dump bin, garbage bin that a certain homeless guy would go to like every single morning or every single week, whatever that the time was. So they watched it, and they knew that he always went to it. So they put $100,000 in it to see what he would do with it. And then he ended up just blowing all of it. And then he was still back out on the streets. Right. So, there's so much in the world as far as mental, right, physical. And so I see it, we're all talking about all these issues. How do we heal homelessness? It's like, well, we need to heal the whole thing. You know what I mean? Homelessness, when somebody's been homeless for 20 years, that's embedded in them. Like how do you heal that? Well, you got to give them a good job and you got to work with him or her, whatever, for years for them to even begin to get over or, to see a new, to understand how to vibrate within a new, and that's what this is all about, vibrating into the world that you want to live with. And that's why so many of us loving beings out there, you're doing more work than you realize just by staying in your love and giving love, so, and that's the construct, right? That's why it's a construct. Everything is a mental construct, a physical construct, a spiritual construct, even spirit construct. Okay. It's all because it's all connected. We know that. So everything is connected to everything else. And so it's how to move and be and live within this construct and your role, right? Your role as a creator within this construct. The things you don't know, you're not supposed to know. Don't try to know everything and act like, right? The stuff that you do know, you need to know it with all your heart and you need to go do it and you need to go live it and you need to go be it. Right. It's kind of like, standing up against oppression, let's say. And they'll a lot of times they'll say, don't, you're wrong for standing up against us because you're just fighting with us and you're causing a ruckus too. Everything is just being flipped, and there's a illusion. It's the illusion of authority. It's the illusion that any one person saying something has any relevance to me or to you. You're giving them that power or that knowing that you think that you don't have, that you need to, and again, that's just sharing and learning and growing. And it's how we should be doing it, right? But the negativity needs to be removed, because I guarantee you're not as negative as you think you are. Even doing like some terrible thing, on earth, think of all the millions of lives, think of all the billions, trillions, freaking infinite souls that have come here and have done the same thing or even worse, or even, and so why are we still coming back? Why are you still here? And a lot of us are just here to be, to show the way, to be the way showers, and that's all that it is. So like the idea of triggers and you don't want to be angry because it lowers your vibration. You don't want to lash out and things like this. But when spirit says that to me, I laugh at them, because I'm like, are you shitting me? What are we supposed to do? We're just supposed to be like, okay, yeah, do it to me again. Sure. Okay. Why? Because I love you and I understand. No, some people can't get out of those situations. And when they yell, they need to be heard. And as far as I'm concerned, they yell louder. I would be messing up. I'd be messing the whole house up. I'd be terrorizing that if I was in a situation like that. And don't you dare tell me that I'm here to learn what I don't like by experiencing it over and over and over and over and over again. And then people who say, well, why are you experiencing it over and over and over again? Because you haven't let it go. And it's completely true. But to live in a world where we learn from our negative experiences, and then we're supposed to be making positive ones, it's like, well, if every time we try to do something positive, it just gets beat up and thrown out and no one cares, or where are we going, how are we going to get there? And that's why it's so important for every person to feel okay within yourself, so that you can feel okay within other people and this construct of this world, right? All of the confusion, all of the being, judging yourself, judging others, it all comes from this place that you already have pegged. But anytime you try to say something about it, right, they're silencing people. How come it's never like a bad dude, who gets silenced? It's always Martin Luther King Jr., or it's John F. Kennedy, or it's Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? Like, how come they're getting shot? Hello, John Lennon. Hello, right? How long until we keep playing the bullshit game, right? It's a construct, and it has everything to do with every thought you've had, every thought everyone else has had. This is huge endeavor for an individual, human soul to be in, right? And so your role is everything that you've kind of already known that you've had to do, or had to say, or wanted to do, regardless to why the world says you need to do it. It's what you want to do. And having that power and not letting distractions get in the way is what will take you forward, is what will take you to wherever it is that you want to go. Because while we still have to abide by the laws of the frequency that we're in and certain things like this, the densities, we're always connected and we always have that access. And so focus on what's important. And that's what's happening to the world. And it's going to be a shock because there's a lot of people who it hasn't been important for. Most people, I want to say most, again, I'm not trying to predict nothing, but a lot of people are still money and fame and fortune, how I look and how important I am. You know, the deriving your sense of self-importance from a retarded ass world. Don't do that. That's why it doesn't work. that's why there's nothing that I've ever received or lost that I ever really, you know, like I've never gotten a trophy that I was just like, oh gee, thanks. Yeah, this makes my life feel that much better, you know, because you gave me a trophy. Like even if we won the championship game, I still don't care. You know, it's way more fun for me to play like a pickup game, you know, just like with a bunch of people than like have to get involved with a league. You know, who you know, whoever wins, they get the most sponsorship, and then where, you know, it's all about money, man. It's all about money, son. It's all about money. And then giving your kids trophies for losing a game. There was that whole thing too, right? No child loses or whatever. It's like, I love the sentiment, sure, but it's like, now, I mean, why even play the game? Just give them this trophy, you know. It's like a participation effort, you know, trophy. I mean, it's everything. It's just everybody's got ideas, you know, and everybody's got to come out of them. That's all it is. You know, I mean, I watch experts, you know, quote unquote experts. I watch people I love who are out there doing the thing, you know, and really out there in public, right? Some of these more public figures. And even when they talk about this stuff, it's just like they're just pandering to the same system in the old, you know, like they're talking about homelessness. How do we cure homelessness? It ain't just building homes, right? But that's why they're awesome, you know, because they're talking about how do we do it, you know, what it is. It's a whole system, man. Like until we realize that our system is jacked up, which we've all known for decades. Like everybody's got that grandpa or that dad that just like, you know, knows about life, or, you know what I mean? Like it's in every family, every single one of us know. Calm down. There's so much love that's here for all of us. And all we got to do is embrace it. That's it. Egos aside, embarrassment, you know, self. What is it? Ego? I say ego already, I guess, right? Egos aside, man. No one cares. I don't care about your ego. I don't care about a trophy. I don't care about, you know, it's interesting that all the things to care about all come down, you know, all the most important things you could imagine. And it all comes down to talking with one person. You know, hi, how are you? How's your day? Are you feeling good? Is everything okay? Is there anything I can do to help? You know, I don't have a lot of time right now. I'm actually, or whatever, you know, but what are you doing right now? You know what I mean? Like that alone, that level of connection with people, man, you know, that's what if the construct that you live in is all based on all of your thoughts. It's in everything you do, say, act, don't do, feel. Why don't you feel better? Because you're not working out. Why don't you feel better? Because you're not eating better. It's not about just picking a side and vegan over here and meat over there. Like I said, the meat, you know, I'm teasing them all. I'm going to tease everybody. I'm going to tease all of us, even myself. That's why I can tease everybody else too, because I got plenty of myself, you know. We all know ourselves, right? We've known ourselves our whole lives, so you know, right? We've all made mistakes, whatever you want to call them. I mean, when you erase our memory, how are we supposed to remember? This is how I'm supposed to act in this situation. You know, kids, they don't know how to act, right? You know, it's like, you know, they'll do what their soul tell them, you know, of course, right? But they don't have any reference. We removed all our references so that I can learn again what those references are, you know? And so we have to get past, even in the spiritual community, you know, hung up on so many things. Like, I love all of you guys, and I love all of this in our spiritual communities that are out there, and everyone who's grown. But every time I flip on another one, it's another divine masculine thing, or another, and shout out, we need all the work we can get, or another divine feminine, or it's a love, reading, or it's a career reading, or and it's all working within the foundations of this construct. And so until spiritually we blow it all, where it's all wide open, doing things like, how do I say it? How do I say this nicely, or in a correct way? Because I'm not trying to be mean, or I'm not trying to say anything's not worth it. But as long as we keep saying, I need to fix my divine masculine, right? Or let me see how my divine masculine's doing, or my divine, right? What do you mean you need to fix it? I'm pretty sure it's always been just fine. But we don't have natural, normal, organic conversations even anymore in this world. We have conversations based on agendas. What are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? And are you worth my time? And am I worth your time? Or whatever, whatever, everybody's worth my time. The idea of prophets, the idea of experts, the idea of, it's all just buying into more constructs. It doesn't mean that they're not real. But in order to get through these constructs, we need to talk to each other and explain and learn and understand and experience things. It's not just go be healed by this guy. Like Jesus comes back and then he starts healing everybody. If in his presence you are healed and therefore your body is healed, and you leave and you go back to wherever you were before, your leg's going to snap back out of place. You know what I mean? Because it's your energetic vibration. So what everyone is learning, and what we all need to learn, is that it's not, you don't have problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we got problems. Like, we get, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, well, there's issues in the world, right? But it's not because of your, everything wrong with you, because of the way you saw it, and then you were basically told you were wrong, the whole time. It's just like, I mean, come on, it's all a construct, and we're playing the game of the construct. You're playing, polarity is fine, duality is fine, divine masculine, divine feminine, it's fine, it's great. But if you got one over there saying divine masculine is like this, and then one over here divine masculine, we just keep arguing, like I keep seeing it, and it's funny, I think, because when you talk to old people who've been doing ascension and, healing work, their whole lives, or, longer than I have and stuff, I'm still in my 30s. So it's interesting, because it's like, for the awakening people, it's always going on. It's always been going on. Right. And so they're all waiting for it too. And we're all waiting for it. And it's all of this and it's all of that. And I'm Pleiadian or I'm not Pleiadian. And right. Like, it's like, how do I explain to all of us that it's not even important, but it's barely even matters, but it's relevant because it's your DNA and it's your codes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the same thing with life. Like, you don't take it so seriously, even though it's your life. Yeah. But you don't take it so, and it doesn't mean real things aren't happening that we need to fix, but that's where the levels come in, where let's go. It's time to go. It doesn't matter all this other stuff, but the world's got a long way to go until they reach their soul, I guess, even though it's right here. It could happen in an instant. That's why we got to keep talking, keep making these videos, you guys, because people need to hear it from a certain angle in order to understand it, even if it's right in front of you, right? Because we're so trained to be like, well, is this real? What's the textbook say? What's the experts say? What this and that. And the whole world's souls are being lit on fire right now with everything that's going on. That's why I keep saying they keep pushing. They're just going to make it worse on themselves. And we have to remember, they've already thought this through. What happens if it comes out and everything goes according to plan? What happens if it comes out and everything doesn't go according to plan and people start waking up and this actually backfires? Guess what? They have a plan for that too, So while we're all trying to figure it all out because everybody needs evidence and can't believe anything without the evidence, we're wasting our energy instead of just growing communities together, already knowing what evidence you have that you need to know that we need to make a better world, better community, better life, better people. Anybody controlling anybody, right? But we, only on the level of like your town, your city, your state, because it's local, right? And when it's local, people feel like they have an opinion. And when it's local, I want to know your opinion. So what we can do to make this place better. What have you seen? What have you noticed? But we're all under the spell of masters, right? Galactic Council masters. Fucking everybody's a master, and we all have to ask, and it's like when I do my healing and I divine masculine, divine feminine, it's not like I don't see the things that have happened, but all the state of being that you're in when you are that, when you're fixed, you're fixed. And if that's a state of being within yourself that only you can access and you know how it feels, guess what? You're probably already fixed, but you're going to ask somebody else, right? Or we're going to, we're going to question ourselves over and over and over again. Mental realm constructs. We're creator beings, literally in every single way. Stop allowing yourself to be told how to feel. Or how to what, or how to this. And if it's not good and it's your own thought, say, why am I thinking that? Because this is who I am, and shine your light. When you're this, none of this stuff matters. It's why we always talk about stuff like, or people meditate and they say, oh, it's an illusion. And the relationship to the self, it's not real. You're not just this body. And there's like, just all this stuff, We're not saying it because your life isn't important. That's not what monks are saying. They're saying slow down and listen and realize what is even the issue, if there is one. And if there is, 9 times out of 10, it's just a thought form that you got to change. And I say 9 times out of 10 because I like to think that most of the people in the world are relatively comfortable, but who's to say, right? And so all of the reasons why you feel it's wrong for whatever's happening in life or to the world or to you, you're right. You're not wrong, Like, I need more love. And then somebody walks by, oh, look at this person. They need love all the time. They're so needy. Shut up. You're so annoying. Go away. Can't you just see that somebody asks for a hug and give them a hug, right? And that's how you tell the difference is resistance. Resistance, no. Hugs, yes. All the time. Because why not? We all want them. We all need them. This world needs a hug, right? But we're going to argue about, like how to cure stuff and how to fix things. And they're printing all the money right out the machine. I mean, I don't know. Who knows, guys? Who knows? I should probably go to school and become an expert. Hold on, I need to take a drink. Calm down. Metatron, help me out. Archimedes, what do you want me to say? They're like, no. They're like, no. Yeah, it's a construct. No shit. Oh, my God. And the one construct, the one power that is most coveted on this planet is you. right? You want to change something, you're the portal, right? When we say we were creating portals, we're going through timeline shifts, densities, and all these things happen, and you're going to the Earth, you're jumping here, you're going to the planets, whatever, okay? All of those portals that are outside of you, they're you. It's not outside of you, right? When you go into a room and it's been dense and it's been heavy, how do you change the vibration? You do it. You change it. It's you. Hopefully you can say something that'll make them laugh, and then that'll lift their vibration, and then you can feel it in the whole room. But it's you. You're the portal. The portal isn't over there. The portal isn't over there. It's in here. You want to open your crown chakra. It's not, it all the energy is coming in, but if your crown's not open, right, you're not going to get it. You're not going to see it. You're not going to understand it. You're not going to know what's there. You're just going to feel all this energy around you. And why is the world, what's going on? Feels like spring and it's summer, or it's winter right now. It's light outside. It's been nice. We've had some warm weather. What are we saying? Help me. I'm getting sidetracked. Help me, guys. Listen. Right. Patterns. This is the patterns that you guys create all the time. It's the pattern of your footsteps on the ground. It's the pattern of the way you walk. Changes the vibration, right? Someone who's got bad knees, right? Whatever. Why? It's because they weren't walking right, or something happened. But everything is healable within you, the portal that you are, and your role as a creator. You're here to do everything you want to do and are supposed to do, but we don't, because we're told we shouldn't, and people look at you funny, and we're going to offend people, or we're going to embarrass ourselves, right? Or we're going to all of this stuff, right? Like, I love that the world's coming together, and it is so hard, more than ever. Just it's amazing, and that's why there's nothing but love and victory ahead for us, right? It's not going to be necessarily easy, but it's on the way. It's already here, but it'll come more. But we're all just arguing about dumb things over and 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 over again. Every expert, everybody, I don't even care. I watch Sadhi Guru and I go, and then I just say, Sadhi, if we met, I wouldn't have anything to say. Me and Sadhi would just be staring at each other like with a smile. If you think about that, when you meet someone, when we meet each other's who knows, it's like we already know. It's all good. And then we play again. When you meet people who knows, right? It's like we're not sitting here necessarily like going into, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. If we do, it pops up, we talk about it, and then we move on. But the whole world has got issues, we all got issues. Stop focusing the energy on the issue, the make-believe issue that you have. And again, people need money, people need homes, there's homeless. It's not like we don't have real issues. But blaming yourself, blaming society, giving up, all of this kind of stuff, it's what a lot of people are going to be. That's what a lot of people have been going through ever since this all started recently. Everybody just needs to step out of it and go have fun again. Go live your life. Go do what you want to do. Right? Stop listening to anybody tell you anything. Period. Right? Because if you know, your connection, if you believe, whatever you want to say, you're always protected. God's going to protect you. Your soul, your guides, you're gonna get done what you came here to get done. Period. Otherwise, you won't be here. So you're doing it even though you might not realize you're doing it, right? But what happens, and how does that happen? Because we get all caught up in life. We get all caught up in the way it went and how we acted and how they acted, so it's like self-reflection without judgment, because 50-50 communicator receiver, right? Like every conversation is 50-50, But we live in a intellectually smart expert mofos who are going to be like, oh, well, you have to be considerate of the other person. It's like, yeah, okay, I was as much as I could be. The fact that they're crying because I said what I said, I mean, it's like it's worse than what was the problem in the first place. They're just mad that I said something. It's like they're just mad now because I triggered the fact that nobody ever listens to them and nobody ever, and blah, blah, blah. And I know it. I know the feeling. This is the last thing I'm trying to trigger. That's why we need more communication, right? People, you can't sum somebody up by a Facebook post, but we still do it. We still do it. I don't know why we're still doing it. You know what I mean? Like you can't even talk about an issue, within such a short a time frame or limited characters or, like to really sit down and talk with people. Like you don't know who somebody is until you uncover those things, until you ask, and then you see each other react, and you actually live through these things, or you talk about these things. But we live in a world where people aren't even like, people are studying the agenda. They're studying what the paper says that somebody wrote about what, what I mean? Like, for what? We need food, homes, done. You know what I mean? Like, it's this. Yeah. Okay, let me calm down. Maybe I should rant more. I get a lot of channeling out when I rant, because there's so much to talk about. But again, it's the focus on the love. And that's why there's all the distraction. Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with the world. Something's wrong with this. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with this. Everything. Guess what? Everything is okay. It's up to you to get there. You can't. You're the portal. The portal is you. How do you change? How do you transmute? How do you do this? How do you do that? You're the portal. You're the portal. You're the portal. And everything we do is making excuses, like, and not all the time, but it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. And it doesn't mean it's easy, right? Because not everybody's born into the same privileges as other people. It means you have to have even more soldier, even more warrior. I want to say soldier because that means sold. Yeah, I'm not, you gotta be even more of a divine warrior. And that's the reality of the world that we're living in, caring about all of this pop culture stuff, guys. Everything. I don't even know how to, sum this video up. You know what I mean? Oh, let's get rid of this guy. Hey, you guys. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sherry. Love you guys. Yeah, good call. Not everyone makes the same mistakes for a reason. Yeah, exactly. Group therapy. Exactly. It's true. Like this whole world needs group therapy. We got to learn how to become friends again. We can't even do the basic fundamental things that kids do naturally, inherently. I just shared, I saw someone on TikTok, I guess it's the scene from a movie, but some hot lady, obviously by her, interpretation of herself, in this clip, I guess she backed up on some guy. And so the guy gets out, he's got like a hat on, he's got like a yellow, black flannel jacket. And he's just like, he's writing this stuff down. He's like, all right, I wrote my insurance down and then I put my number on there. So, if you have anything, and then he's like, and then I'm going to take your number just in case my insurance guy doesn't, or whatever, so I can give you a call. And then she looks at him, she goes, so that's your move? That's how you're going to, that's what you're going to go with? I have a boyfriend, you know what I mean? And goes, and it was this funny clip because then someone's like needs CPR. And then she's like, I know CPR. And she's like, he needs mouth to mouth. He's like, you don't think I've seen The Sandlot? I'm not doing that. And then another guy was like, a homeless guy comes up, can I get some change? And she's like, oh yeah, you want a snack? don't you? Or he's because I'm hungry. I don't know, man. I was busting up laughing, but it's just like we think we think we know more stuff as adults. No, we don't. I mean, we know more stuff, but how helpful is it? You know, it's helpful for the kids to again tell them what not to do. So you know, it's like good luck with that, right? I mean, they're going to school, public school. I mean, we literally got to start homeschooling all the kids, you know, but it's so important that you teach them that they're not wrong just because their teacher says some dumb shit. I want to pick on everybody because until we start caring more, like, you know, and we are, and that's what's so wonderful. Sorry, I don't want to be, it's a wonderful day. The light is here, even more stronger than it's ever been. But that's it's the constant thinkings you're wrong or something's going to happen that doesn't let that get in, right? And that's because that's the rationalist mindset. That's why they want you to think with logic and rationality, is because if you rationalize it, you're going to be like, oh well, no, I still got to go here, I got to do that, I got to, you know, I can't just walk around, or you know, how am I going to walk around and just be love and light all the time and just like when I see something bad not feel bad but send it light? Well, you still know that it felt bad, but you're not going to focus your energy on those bad feelings. That's the difference. So we can do this, you can do this, right? But when you keep creating, I don't know, whatever's out there, you know, oh, we got to, you know, this problem, and then, you know, like Democrats, yeah, Democrat, ooh, yeah, Republicans, all blah blah, Republicans, Democrat, and you know, and I'm just here like, you know, because for me, so what do? If I just shake my head, walk away, they're just going to keep arguing, you know, and then making rules, you know. So I'm coming in with the bulldozer, you know what I mean? No more. I'm done with the light, dark, be good, be bad. You're doing it like this. You're doing it. No, there's no. There's one connection, and it's you. And you are the one who's in control of it. You're the one who knows what it is, and you know what feels good for you. And so that's why anybody who's doing the healing stuff out there, you know, Divine Masculine, shout out Sherry. I totally watched your Divine Masculine. Excuse me. It was really good. I love that you guys got together and you did that, you know. But again, it's the focus on the fact that it needs healing, that we're creating the platform. So is every healer subconsciously creating a sick environment so that they can be a healer, right? Like, no, we got to watch what we're doing, what we're thinking. You know what I mean? Like instead of it being removing trauma, it should be restoring light. You know, it should be, you know, because you can't remove somebody's trauma for them. You can only guide them through, you know, how they can. But if they don't do it again, still themselves. So what happens is now we just got a new medical industry, you know, and instead of pharmaceuticals and pills, we're giving people, you know, light language update, which again, that's the one you want to do because that's the one that'll help them eventually learn it for themselves. So I'd much rather see, you know, that kind of medical system than the one we got now anyways. But it's you're inferring the fact that you're not good. The more you want to heal, the less you healed you believe you are. You know, there's all kinds of things. So it's the construct of the universe that we're learning in a very physical, limited, in this realm type of way, right? And so when we take all of the thoughts of everyone else that's out there and we look at the world, it's obvious. The idea that everything is right in front of your face. You just forgot how to listen or how to see it or how to, you know, or what you're actually feeling. And that's why your soul's here to guide you. So when you feel a trigger or you feel something, your soul will be able to tell you what it is. Not not the answer to the problem necessarily, the key to the safe, like your soul's going to tell you how you feel and why you feel about that. We think primarily up here, so if I fit, and this is key, the mind outside of the brain, very important to find that distinction. Oh, and speaking of distinctions, before I forget, shout out Pre, I gotta explain. So my third eye lately, um, it's really been open, and but what I want to say, like, okay, so it's that connection. It's always here. We just forgot how to use it and how to activate it and what it looks like, right? So for me, my third eye, I wanted to share with you is so when this light rose recently, maybe a month or 2 months, I don't know how long ago it was, but I always feel the plateaus. I always feel when it's like we've successfully anchored more light. That's what I feel, because I feel the overall like quotient of light is there's more of it, right? Like we all, we can feel stuff like that. And so ever since then, for me, anytime I go to bed at night and I close my eyes, I'm not seeing, but I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to be able to see the room that I'm in, and like just outlines, right, of the things. And so I talked about it being like a switch when I was talking with Pre, and essentially it's not like I just flick the light switch and all the lights come on, but it's knowing the difference in your focus. It's why you relax in meditation, so you can access the different part. You're not focused on keeping the eyes open or something, right? And you're putting energy on that. You relax it all and you listen. So the difference I wanted to share with you guys is what I notice is, and it might help you guys, is when you close your eyes. Okay, you do it right now. Imagine you're trying to see out of those eyes, like keep trying to look, right, and see, and you're going to see black, plus the color, the light, whatever's in your room, you're going to see like that. Now, if you stop trying to see, you let your eyes relax, what they will do is they will sink down and inwards. You'll feel like you're looking towards your nose a little cross-eyed when they're relaxed. And then if you focus on your third eye and there's a connection from both eyes that go up to your third eye, you can send the energy into your third eye space. And you'll notice when your eyes switch over, I can probably notice it. Well, I'm more used to noticing it when my eyes are closed at the moment. But it's one eye and you start to see through one eye. And I was just talking with Angelfish that I had a dream where I was looking at everything through an eye. So it was literally like, it was like clear. It was like clear plastic with like an imprint of an eye on it. And it was like I was looking, so I could see the eyes like imprint, but I was seeing everything clear behind it or something like that. It was like I was literally looking through an eye. And so it's one eye, and then it allows you to see. And as I'm practicing, I'm getting more familiar. Like I say, it's all already here. I can already see it. I know I can already see it. I also know this place, illusion, based on what my eyes can see. So what's actually really here? Way more stuff. So if I engage this and I close these, right, it's good for beginner practice too. What can you see? And when you see things, because and this is where you might find the link or the difference, the switch is the fact that when you see with your physical eyes, it's very, very how it is. And when we want to see through our third eyes, perhaps in the beginning we say, oh, I want to see, and it's going to be just like my eyeballs. It's not going to be just like your eyeballs. It can be, you know what I mean? Like, and it will, as long as, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see, but when you get an image from your soul, from your spirit, and it's like a download or a communication, and you get an image, it's something that appears like in your vision, You know what I mean? Like a picture almost, right? Pictures worth 1,000 words. They speak in pictures, right? And so as you get used to the pictures coming in, when you close your eyes and you do this thing, you know, and I totally noticed the switch. It's super cool. Like I don't have to like, you know, get into my meditations and all that stuff kind of like I used to in order to just turn it on. And now it's showing me things that I haven't even like. I'm not even looking at the real. I don't even want to see the room I'm in right now with my third eye. That's not what I'm trying to do. I can already see the room with my regular eyes, right? So you start seeing it through your third eye, and it's completely different. So what I was seeing was toroidal fields. I was staring at a column of a toroidal field, and I was in the field, but I was not in the column. I was watching it because it was going up and around, and I think it was going around me too, but it was all within my eyes. And so these are the cylinders and the everything. And so as your third eye opens up, you'll see more. So then you start to see colors. And what I like to describe too is if you like, remember, I don't know, I realized this when I was a kid, laying my head down in class, you know, or like this or whatever. And if you push, you know, and you push pressure, and your eyes are closed, and you put that pressure, eventually you'll see stars, and it'll be all different color stars. And that's kind of what it's like, right? It's you have to you have to be the interference. You have to hack the system, right? So you know how the system works. Even as kids, I mean, I swear, like I feel like I knew more. What's that, Henry David Thoreau? He wrote that poem or something. Like I wish I knew as much as an adult as I did as a child, or something like that, as I did when I was a kid. It's just something that will come online for all you guys, because, and then, you know, it's like when you close your eyes, for example, and then you see pure white or something, or you see this, or you see that. The physical, we all want to physically see it. When our bodies upgrade, we'll be able to see it, like physically, boom, 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 right? And we won't have to work in this other realms where we have to kind of separate the body and the spirit. You know what I mean? Like even now, you know, it's like, well, how much can we hear and how dense is it, right? So people want to see with their physical eyes, but you have to practice with your third eye. You have to practice all those other sensory stuff first, and you have to see what how it's gonna develop. It's just like your normal eyes would, your baby, you know, obviously you're not thinking about all that stuff, but you know, you have to engage with it. And you have to ask, what is it show? What do you want to show me next? Why are you showing me a toroidal field? You know, and I think I fell asleep, but it's like, and it was all different colors. It was like gray, black, white. It was just black and white, and then there was colors inside of it. So you know, take it as I'm charging up and start seeing more. But I wanted to share that for Pre, because she was asking me about what it was like. It's a switch, and we have that switch, and that's where you're the gateway, you're the portal. Because for all the people in the world that say something and make you think what they said or make you feel what they said, what are you saying? And why is that not as important as what that other guy's saying? And when you recognize that, you realize how much love you can give this world. It's miraculous. It's astounding. It's more than you can even. It's more than we can even hold in the body. I know. It's fantastic. So keep doing it and keep practicing the love feeling. Get in the habit of feeling love again. Learn how to accept love again, right? Don't feel bad because this world's out of its mind, you know. And I say this world because, you know, we're all here together, but it's, you know, collectively we let it go. People say, oh, well, if God was real, he wouldn't let this stuff happen. Well, what did you do? What are we doing? You know, myself included. I mean, I grew up in it too. I didn't think about, I'd always think about stuff like this, right? Like, but I don't know what to do. You know, well, what do you expect? Maybe it got this way, not because God doesn't give a crap. Maybe it got this way because people stopped giving a crap. You know what I mean? Or they got bribed, or we got, And so as we all come back into oneness, we will hear the oneness more. And we'll realize how much a lot of the thoughts that you have, a lot of the thoughts we all have, those are the frequencies that are of each other. Those are the frequent. That's why I love talking about all this kind of stuff. And I don't know, I'll go any direction, because on some level we all got to we will realize that we're all here together, man. We're all doing this together. And everything I think, reflects on you guys. It reflects out into the world. My thought goes out, and then now it's going to ping off the sun, come back down, or whatever, off the moon, or it's just going to go into my general vicinity. And then somebody who's on that frequency is now going to pick that up, maybe, right? But it's all frequencies, and it's all just being open to what frequency. So there's all the different levels of like argue this, argue that, let's do that, let's do this. Listen, just give love. Just give love, right? All the videos, right, that are out there. And what's the one answer for every single situation? Just give love. Just give love and be nice. That's mine. That's the one I want to add to it. Be nice, because when you're considerate for yourself and for others, and everything works out. So it's weird, So why I'm getting more into the Tai Chi and stuff. I'm making these videos. We're just going to get into how you guys can conjure up some wonderful energies. I got to start doing that stuff, because I feel like I'm talking all the time about the same thing, but that's my perspective. And there's a reason why I'm here in this place. And it's to talk about this stuff, But then we got to argue with the world. Oh, no, I got to be like this, or what do I got to do? Because that's a reality. So there's some kids who grow up in families, and their dad is, you better be a doctor or a lawyer or this, because if you're not, then you're not a useful person. You're not valuable to the world. Like, wrong, guys. I love you guys. If you ever heard anything like that, please just forget about it. Your role as a creator is tied to everything that you've ever experienced, and every emotion, every thought, and every feeling that you've had. Maybe you are supposed to be the one who slaps the chit out of grandpa in the middle of the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, I'm just trying to be silly. Don't ever hit anybody. Like, I'm sorry, grandpa, I love you and respect you, and I appreciate you've all done for this family. And I love, but you need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, or don't, I don't care. But you need to know that I'm waking up. I'm not going to sit here arguing with you, because somebody's got to be right and somebody's got to be wrong. Because I didn't become a doctor, or whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, what did they say? They said, what if I want to be what if I want to play the bongos? If I want to be the greatest bongo player ever in the history of bongo players, no, you need to be a doctor. Well, and then everybody, and then we all grow up and we wonder, why is it? Yeah, because you suffocated your kid. You got to admit it. You got to admit it first in order to, but everything's about how you look, how you, blah, 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 right? So what's our role? Keep talking. All right. Keep talking. I know, man. I keep trying to tell them, but they get upset when they talk. What they don't matter. Too bad. So sad. I know. That's why I think what's going to happen is, as the old systems collapse, people are just going to realize how useless they are, and then social media is just going to rise. Like, you guys can see it all already. We've known this was going to happen this whole time. Now, we didn't know exactly how. I didn't know there'd be a whole, plan for things. But there's always a plan. I know. Thanks, guys. Thanks. It's too funny. I don't even know. Hey, that way. Scroll down. Yeah, so I'm just blabbing. I love all of us. I love all you guys. You guys are monsters, and I just mean like not like bad ones. Just be who you are. The second somebody looks at you and says, "Hey, you look a little reptilian," go like, "What's up?" You know what I mean? Why? Does that mean I'm bad? Does that mean I'm not allowed to be a reptilian, even though it's in my DNA and was created to be? So we're supposed to what? We're supposed to unite. Oh, okay. Well, then why are we judging ourselves? Why are we judging everybody else? Why are we not giving all the love in the world to yourself? Right? This is what we got to get as people. The whole point is to destroy people's mentalities of themselves. Is to destroy or to distort who people think they are. And then it's in every and since we're programmed from the beginning that way, in order to get out, we have to go through all, we're using all those programs. How do we fix the drinking water problem on a planet with all this water? And then everybody's got to go figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you figuring out? What are you writing there, Mr. Expert, that is going to trump whatever I have to say right now about how we could get some water here? It's like, there's always an expert. Well, if we built a plant, that means what? We'd have to pay for it and we'd have to take care of it. Yeah, that's called life. You build it and you feed people, you give them water. You know what I mean? Excuses to why we can't help people. Look at this. Every side, Republican, Democrat, I don't give a pluck. They're all morons. If you're on a side, you're a moron. You shouldn't be in any of that. Right? But we got such a long way to go for people to even come out of that because of this great American Democrat Republic system that is so freaking great that I don't even know why anybody thinks it's so great. So, it's fun. It's fun. I like having my abilities now because I can watch over people. I think I said on a video once, I like, we got to at least be recon, because if spirit knows what to do, it doesn't look like they do. So we got to at least be some kind of, reconnaissance down here, and then the more and more you guys get connected with just who you really are and what, you're already there. I do it every night. I know why I don't remember some of my dreams. You know what I mean? It's like, there's reasons. I know I'm not, I don't need to know everything that I'm doing. Although I'm getting there and I would really like to, because then it gives you a feeling and a sense of like actually getting things going, right? Like, you connect more with who you are, and it just makes your human even brighter, because I remember when I was talking all this stuff in the beginning, I had to overcome my own fears of judgment and persecution, which is not like it's not a real thing, I mean, and oh, we're gonna ban your channel. Well, guess what? I'm gonna make another one. Like I'm over them in this illusionary fear game, and I think we're all over them. It's just that we got to stop arguing. It doesn't mean we don't have a good talk, because I love to, let's go. But that's not arguing. That's learning. That's discovering things that you didn't know. Like it's or it's debating, or it's like you can debate and not argue. And everybody out there, they're all professional debaters. Yeah, right. That's why everybody's getting mad. Think of your audience. Yeah, because that's what they're doing. Yeah, thinking of our audience, how much we don't know and how much they can lie to us and get away with. So I love where we're at right now as a species. We're going to take this whole thing back over. It's already happening. And I'm super excited to be a part of it, guys. I'm glad you guys are part of it too. And I want you guys to know, you guys are it too. Like, you're all more badass than anybody else on this planet, you guys. Like, But by respect, we're all like that. But again, what I want to say, because comparison, if someone is under a spell, does that mean they're lesser than you? Right? Not by default, no. They may be in a lesser position or vibration, right? That's why we got to learn to give love to these evil doers. The ones that say who evildoers are, those are the evildoers. Because never in history has it ever been your next door. Like this idea that the whole world is full of all these bad people. No, the world's full of amazing and loving people, right? But like I said, I shared that one from TikTok, that movie scene. You can't even. I shared the meme. I shared the picture a long time ago with the seal's face. I was like just talking about this too recently with the seal's face, maybe like a month ago, where he's like, I asked her what time it was, and she replied, "I have a boyfriend." And the seal's face, seals, they're like scrunched up, kind of like a pug. It had the funniest face. And then I saw this, where it's like I feel bad. Like we can't even talk to. You know how weird it is when I talk to a girl. I just don't want to even bother. It's just weird. It's always weird because I can see her brain going 240, trying to figure it all out. Why is he talking to me? And then so I saw that thing today. He's like, you just bumped into my car. I'm giving you my numbers for insurance, and then people, we think we're figuring things out as we get older, and you're not. Right? Like, oh, this is how he gets oh yeah, that's all he's trying to do. He's just trying to get my number, and you know what? If he was if he was Johnny Depp or Chris Hemsworth, if he was, what I'm saying? If he was one of these guys, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have had a boyfriend at all. You know what I'm saying? She would have reacted in a completely different way is all I'm trying to say, So it's just kind of like, we got to learn how to actually talk again. We don't know how to actually communicate. We don't. It's blowed up and it's all over the place. Okay. And that's why I'm all over the place. I'm picking up all the pieces because they all go right here inside. This one goes right here. That one goes right there. This one goes right there. Okay. All of us, every single one of us, we're all a piece of the puzzle. Right. And so until you get your piece going, firing all cylinders in the flow, even then we got a lot more pieces to put together, right? But that's why it's so key that your pieces kept clean and clear, and aware and awake and present, right? Because there's more going on than we can ever imagine. Oh my gosh. Everybody out there, how do we fix this? How do we fix that? You know what? Just do the right thing. Be nice. People need food, give them food. People need homes, build them homes. We can do it. It's not like we don't have the resources. The whole idea of scarcity is BS. That's just because of the economy. But okay, what? Tell me something, guys. Come on. Yeah. They're saying when you visualize the construct, they're saying you want to, it sounds like a watch, the tiny little pieces inside a watch. All right. When you master something, you know all things about it. You know how things will affect it, but how it would react. This is why you must go slow, and meditation is so helpful. Because you have to learn once again, and remember, whatever you want to call it, why everything is the way that it is. And when we say this, we mean everything. Every single thing in your life is an equation. It's not just math, but it can be calculated. The place that you're in now is because of everything that happened in your past. The place that you're going is going to happen because of your present moment now. The place that you reside in. And because where are you ever really going but right here? Sure, you can travel into different energies, pockets around the world. You can do that within your own body too. You can do that within your mind. If the mind can convince the body how to feel, then imagine what you could do if you could take your mind and go to another planet or communicate with one of us. Everything is precise. And all you are all doing is figuring out how to come back to oneness, to when it all started. That means you have to roll back everything that you've been doing, everything you've been thinking, everything you've been. One doesn't need to be spiritual in order to ascend. Let that sink in. Yeah, that's a big one. I want to let that sink in. It's not a rule book because there are no rules. Whatever you vibrate, that is where you are. That is where you will go. In the future, whatever you vibrate. It's not about rules. That's just the way it works. And that's because you've been given that power from your creator, the original creator, who's ultimately you, and all of us wanting to do this together. There's a reason why an act of kindness can inspire millions of people with just one gesture. And then yet it takes so much control in order to force negative thoughts into people. As you all learn who you truly are, you won't have any more questions. Of course you will. I mean, of course we will, right? Like, you know what I mean? You know what they mean. Because you'll have all the answers within yourself. And so, the state of your world currently requires participation. Shout out Angelfish. I saw you type that earlier. Participation. It's like I've said before, everybody, my life's like this, my life that. Well, that's because you're not involved in it. Something bad is happening in the world, go fix it. Get a whole bunch of friends. Hey, you saw that? That was messed up. Yeah, let's go. Okay. We're going to go fix it, And it's difficult for you guys because of the gap, right? But until you all find another way to live, it's not going to be found for you. It's just going to be created and controlled and, money and whatever. Once you guys learn again how you can use the system to your advantage, such as not fearing negativity, right? Such as using a negative situation to be positive, appreciating, loving the bad things that happen to you because they're here to help you, right? Once that is understood more, the whole world will realize that it's been calling to itself. because the world is your reflection. It's all of you guys calling to yourselves and to each other to help, for help. right? Right? And so it's going to just keep being shown more and more and more how it really is and how things are, until people snap out of it. And then we just go start baking cookies for the neighbors. Because that's it. What's just be nice and it'll all work out. Hey, these people need a grant from the government so they can, do this, build a water treatment plant. All right, granted. Right? I need to ask the budget man, the financial budget for the year man, no, build the school. It'll create jobs. Like, you know what I mean? It'll make money. It's school. It's a racket in the first place. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Build the school, build the whatever. Like, it's just going to be more money in your punk ass pockets anyways. So what are you worried about? But they don't want us to get too smart. Right? It's just new ways of finding income that they're always looking for. Charities, and not all charities are bad, but you gotta find the right ones. But or GoFundMe. Y'all heard about the GoFundMe? They took almost $10 million from the truckers. Wow. Wow. The audacity. I never liked GoFundMe. Now I know why. So that's kind of cool. I always just had a weird feeling with them. The platform, as soon as I was on the website, it was weird. What was I going to say? What else? What were you saying? He's saying to visualize the life you want to live. He's like, that's it. That's it. And stop thinking how to make it happen. Just do it. You want your divine masculine healed? Heal it. Right? When you're walking around and you have a negative masculine thought, I don't know, tell it to shut up and move on and keep going. Right? The world is used to victimization and victim mentalities because we all have been put there. Like, we're literally slaves to the system, whatever system that is. So stop caring about systems. Just go outside and live. It's too funny. This is how it got messed up in the first, because everybody's we all created a system, and then now it needs fixing, and then now it needs fixing, and then now it needs fixing, and it still needs fixing, and then it still needs fixing, and then it still needs fixing. Quit it with the systems. Right? A system should be very simple, very easy, and helps people. Right? The path of least resistance is the path to true, natural, organic life. So when you have to yell, that's why babies, when they yell. Least resistance. I'm not going to resist my opinion because somebody else is going to feel resistance from their thoughts about my opinion. Right? I mean, we got so far to go. As a world. We're all getting there though, but we got to do it. We got to do it. You want to meet people, make friends? Go find them. Go out. All right. I mean, we've all been stuck at home for so long. It's like, there's so many people in the world that are sitting at home right now by themselves or whatever, and like all sitting on our phones. Like just this neighborhood right here alone, I'll bet you, right? 50, we'll just cut it in half. Probably 50% of people in all these houses and apartments over here are all sitting like I'm sitting right now, maybe just doing something a little different, And we could all be hanging out. We could all be learning about each other. We could be sharing experiences, right? But, the hot chick's going to show up and go, I have a boyfriend. And, well, And you should go see what he wants then, because, I was just trying to talk. I don't even know. I don't know. How do people get to those places? I always wonder that in relationship. How do people get there? Like anywhere. Like, at what point do you, is he flirting with me? No, I really wasn't. I was just smiling and being nice. Weird, and then I see the brain going just every time, and it depends on the level. Never mind. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, all right. It's easy to read people once you let go of getting caught up, right? It's probably why I was good at it, or whatever. I think some of us are just born, but we got to figure out what it is that we're seeing and how this all works, So shout out to all you guys who are doing all your work on yourselves. But again, the shadows, the repetition. Don't sit on that same wheel. Step over to the side and go, that's some bullshit over there. That's why I love Hispanic people. And I don't know if that's like racial or something, but again, I don't know who I'm comparing it to, but they're so chill and like down to earth. It warms my freaking heart every time. It's like they're not impressed by what you're doing. They don't care. I love it. I love these types of people, man. And again, it's probably not all of them, but I noticed it with the Hispanics, man. They just, like, you can sit talking forever and then they'll just be like, they'll just change the subject. Like, yo, so what? So what else? Like, where is it? Like, I love people who do that, who bring their own sense of energy into, a moment. That's what snaps us all out of it. That's the portal. Why was I able to create a portal for you guys? Well, because I sat here talking on my smack and you guys jumped in on it with me, right? Every one of us is creating a portal. Every one of us is, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, to fully understand the universe in its totality, you have to realize that you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't it's such a wild thing. And that's why it's hard for people. That's why a lot of people don't know. That's why when we talk about stuff like this, people don't know what we're talking about. That's why a lot of people can't understand the duality of, like saying one thing, but then it kind of means something else, or you're trying to explain, or how we can live we live in duality. United States of America, and we had a civil war. We're split, Democrat, Republican. We got red states, blue states, but we're the United States. Like, you know what I mean? It's cognitive dissonance, and there's a big old gap in the middle of all them thoughts that you got some over here, you got some over here. And once we all put them together, so we got to start talking and sharing, it's just, it all comes together. I mean, like, yes, is there a technical way to create technical things? Yes. But when we're working with energy, guys, we can use instruments, right? Technology to create waves and, projects energy or vacuum in energy. But when we understand that it's our consciousness that drives all of it, the creation of the energy begins with your consciousness. The energy is not there because the machine told it to be there. I mean, the machine is using what's already there, what's already within us, within the universe. So as people realize this, that energy, when you come into your power, we'll stop relying on systems and we'll actually start relying on each other. And feel the pride or whatever, real, true honor of blessing someone else's path, being on their path with them, the true feeling, of contributing, right? Not going to some job you don't love so you can get a paycheck, which is then translatable for you to live the life that you're living, which is if you're working full time, or it's too much. And that's why we got to get going. Shout out to the old way showers, the older generations, right? First ones, because they've been seeing it for decades. Even me, I see it and I go, it's like it's new for me, I guess, but I still see the patterns in it, just like I see it in every other thing in life. It's just another system that everyone's getting all whipped up over. And I'm totally a part of it, it's just, right? Because we can't not be. We're part of all of it. We're part of all of it. Doesn't matter. George Carlin said it best. You're born on Earth. You're guilty. Period. Done. No question. Get over it. Quit trying to blame everybody. We're all guilty. Forget it. But again, that doesn't mean you don't do the stuff, right? Like I always say, you have to do it. It's not. So that's what it is. So when you're learning a spiritual thing or you're working, it's not like, oh, I'm going to do it this way because this is what I read in the book. And then this is how, and you can do that. It's fine. But once you actually access yourself and your abilities and it's going to come naturally from you. So, read all the books in the world, but then literally throw them all out. Literally. That's why I say throw it all out. That's what Jet Li said when, in that movie, Forbidden Kingdom, with the kid. He's teaching him to meditate, where he's like, learn the form. He's like, breathe in and then forget the form, and it's like, exactly. That's true mastery when it's muscle memory, when you know how to do it, when you don't have to, you're a scholar until you're a master, and you're only a master with whatever you've particularly known, and right, like nobody can ever know everything in the universe unless you're oneness itself, so again, it's like, just keep learning and keep going, but don't take it too seriously, because you're not going to know everything, and that's okay. You don't have to. You just have to know what life means to you and live it every single day on that meaning. No matter who you're with, no matter where you are, no matter if she's got a boyfriend or not, okay, well, tell your boyfriend I said hi. I don't know why you keep telling me you have a boyfriend. I don't think we're here. I don't think we're in the present moment together right now, lady. It's this kind of like, so that's why I laugh when I go up, I talk to, girls. It's like, not all of them, some are just hecka cool, but then some of them are just like, I don't even want to keep picking on them, but you could just see their minds. They freeze up and they go, and they just respond like with whatever they can mumble out based off what you said, because they know they have to say something. And it's just like, am I getting too powerful? Like, I gotta act like, and then again, it's like, even now, and so what happens with me? Now I'm thinking about this stuff, or I'm thinking about this person, or I'm noticing people's reactions, and now I'm trying to cater how I say hi. I'm just here to get this job done. That's the only reason I'm talking to you. You've hit my car. I'm just trying to give you the number for the insurance. But then I find myself doing that, right? And then I have to say, throw it all out, step back, quit doing it. Just be who the hell I am. I don't care. I'm sorry. My whole life. I'm not trying to explain it to nobody. And I used to have that a lot. I used to get that a lot from people. Why are you telling me all this stuff? Why are you saying all this stuff about where you were and what you did and who you blah, 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 blah. Why are you telling me? And I was like, because it's my life. It's the guy you're dating right now. You don't want to know? You didn't. All right. Well, I don't know why. by you saying that, does that mean that there's something I can say that's going to sound really good and impressive to you? Or what's going on here? This is getting too draining and too much of a waste of my time to spend my energy on. You know what I mean? But this is what we do. So we go into the, why are you saying like that? Psychology says this. Psychology says that. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm just trying to find somebody to talk to, because can't nobody handle whatever I'm saying or something. Like, you know what I mean? We were growing up as kids. It's like, you know, like I was always in the advanced math and the advanced science class. And I was just like, this is dumb too. You know, like it's, I don't know. Right? How do this is why I don't know. Like how do I express to you guys without doing it this way? You know, like how I have infinite freaking and unconditional love for all of us, every single one of us, you know, and all things considered, you know, and then at the same time, because of that, it's like I ain't listening to a single one of you tell me nothing. Like, you know, so it's a interesting world. It can be confusing, right, guys? That's what happens. Don't let it get confusing, because it's not confusing. It's when everybody experts come out the woodwork. I want to tell you, listen, bro, just share with me your story. Thank you, expert. Do you want me to call you Mr. Expert? Does that maybe is your last name Expert? Okay, thanks. Guess what? Not my reality, son. Okay, cool. See you later. You know, but so, and then we live in a world like that. So then, like I said, I would always get, why are you saying all this stuff? Are you trying to, you know, why, you know? It's like, I'm not trying to be right, right? You know, I'm telling you my truth. Why did I say something that offended you? Right? People get so offended. Everybody's just mad at somebody for something. And we all know why we're mad. We're mad because of the state of things. And that's why we've been mad. Because no matter what generation you're in, right? Every generation's ascending and has spiritual people, and is the worst, and is going through struggles. I mean, look at the Middle Ages and the Dark Ages and the, you know what I mean? Like every generation, what we are all doing right here, right now, is it's still Groundhog's Day to Michael. You know what I mean? Like, we're liberating people, species, the planet. We've done this before. Okay, right? You know how it ends. You know how to get there. You know how to do everything, right? All we got to learn how to do for real, if you want to get what we should be doing or shouldn't be, is knowing how to do it nicely. That's it. That's it. Knowing how to do it nicely up until the point that now they're starting to tick me off, and now it's time for me to back out and say, okay, we agree to disagree. That's it. That's it. That's all we need to learn how to do, because we didn't learn how to do that because we weren't brought up that way. We were brought up in it and thinking that, you know, and trying to voice our opinions, you know, and then that too. Why are you talking? Like what? Like if, because clearly you don't care, right? Why am I? No shit. Why am I talking? You know what I mean? I'm so sorry to bother you with my ramblings. You should be going and listening to one of the experts, and we'll tell you why we cannot have drinking water, on a planet of 70% water. Go ahead. I'm gonna slap the shit out of everybody. I tell you guys, like, you know, like what? It's such a trip to me. Like, we have experts that have a better opinion on like not having drinking water, fresh drinking water for people. I threw all the experts out long time ago, guys. Like, the only experts I like are like us in the spiritual, you know what I mean? We are the experts. Why? Because we experience this stuff and we learn what it is and we learn what it means for us, and we're sharing these things. You know, like I said, shout out Sherry she did her jam yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. with Corey. Shout out Corey. You guys killing it. You know what I mean? We're sharing. We're telling people. We're showing them what they can do. We're showing them how it works. We're showing them that's an expert, not some guy sitting behind a desk that writes a report that says this is why we can't build any more plants. No, that is a moron. Okay, and that's my nice word for them. Okay, so it's like this whole thing's going to get turned around. And it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it. And it's happening because we are talking. When they say talk less, I talk more. You know what I'm saying? Everything they say to do is backwards, right? It's like all the signs that you see, trespass, don't go here. It's government property. It's because it's bad for you. No, it's because there's a sacred giant crystal under there or something. It's like liars, everywhere you're not supposed to go. Or they're protecting. Yeah, we can see how well your role is in protecting people. Yeah, all the homeless, all the, right. But you don't want us to go into that forested area because you're protecting the wildlife. They're chopping trees down left and right. Come on, man. Come on. They're the ones messing with the weather in the first place. I'm just excited because I feel like literally all of this is going to come out and it's awesome. And we have a wide open space to talk about it all, right? Yeah, maybe there's a little, censorship here and there, and they're always going to try to push it no matter what. So, but they'll never stop it. They just can't, period. Why? Okay. Oh no, they killed my channel. Okay. See you on the next channel, right? I'm going to make a new email. I can make infinity emails. Right? I'm just going to call myself a different name every single time. That's all we're going to do, right? We get it. We're not worried about it like that, but like, yes, I'm on the side of speaking against, shutting people's, free speech down. Yeah, for sure. Like, shout out, go do it. It makes me, so it's interesting because that's what I find myself doing when I go into issues or I go into thoughts or I go into emotions or I go into, the collective. I'm always having to balance it out. And I'll tell you guys something, balance is we need it. It's key, but that doesn't mean that the way that the result is what you want it to be. I tell you that all the time especially for your scales and in your job or your persona or your baseline is balance. Everything is going to be out of balance. Like everything around you is going to be out of balance. And I don't mean like everything, but that's like how intense it is. Like if you're a total fire yang energy, anybody who's yin is always going to be like, like totally opposite. You're going to notice all of them people, who are not, in your balance, right? You notice that, so it's funny. And that's important because I think what this whole thing is about is noticing who's in your balance. Those are your friends. It's not the people that you're trying to be friends with, or trying to get someone's attention, whatever, famous people or, because they're just like you and me, but we still worship them. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do know why. It's because you're brainwashed. Damn it. Didn't work. See, I tried to explain it. Didn't work. Damn it. So this is going to have to happen through all the confusion and all the millions of all the myriad things, the 10,000 things. And that's why I am proud to be a master of none. Yes, sir. I think we need more of us. We need all of us to be masters because we all are. And once we all master ourselves and we master what we can do, and then we team up, dude, I cannot freaking wait until we're really in our powers and we're doing this, and we're together and we're flying here and we're flying there. Like, we'll be like, Angel, I'm coming over right now. See if you see me. No, but I'm coming, but I'm not there yet. Hold on. I'm going over the mountain. Okay. I can't wait till we can like really start to do, like I don't know, you know what I mean? And again, why can't we? Well, we need more light, right? But if we give too much light, I mean, you guys have gone through light upgrades. It can be intense. There's a lot of purging that happens. There's a lot of everything. Do you feel like you're dying? Because there's a part of you that is dying and you need to let it go. But it's not dying because nothing ever dies, right? So, right. And it is our vocabulary and it is the words that we use, right? But how am I supposed to communicate to you unless we learn a whole new language, guys? How are we going to learn it? I think that's what I'm going to put. That's what we're going to have special sessions in my school where we just have silent practice. I think that'd be awesome. Marjorie is super cool with your Mario. Hey, Marjorie, with your Mario stash. What was that? I was cracking up. I was like, yes. I was like, it makes me want to go dress up, I've always been partial to the whole, girls always like to dress up and guys, I don't want to dress up. No, I think that's kind of fun. Like, I totally get it. Dude, put me in, an Eeyore costume, right? I would love it. Hey, guys. If we forget how to play, like every single one of us forget how to play, like, oh my gosh, we get older and we get rules. Yes, you are. Just, it's so funny. Yeah, that was cool. I'm glad you posted it, man. Thanks. Those things are the best moments. We got to share all of those ones. All right, let me pull some cards first. I've been blabbing almost an hour 41. Today, I brought up some from downstairs. We're not going to use the ones that we've been using normally. So I got this one from Angel. Shout out, Angel. Thank you. This did need to get passed on to me because of simply this background. That's all I needed to see, and I needed to have it. So I didn't ask for it. It was just the way things happen when it all happens natural, right? So we're going to pull a tarot, and then I got 2 oracles. All right, so who's this guy? This is from Raider White. So we're going back to there with the Tarot de Marseilles, as well as other historic and symbol types. This one will be cool. We're getting some old school energy up. Here's the guy in the front. Got some knights and all of this fancy smancy stuff, which again, right? I know I rag on it all, right? It's not important, but what else would we be other than the most fanciest beings ever if we were, when we are in our greatest, right? So I think that's a big trap that, people can get into, like, well, if I'm so powerful, then, but all I'm supposed to do is reject this material realm. Well, why wouldn't I make a beautiful material realm? Isn't that what I'm here to do too? But okay, so how do I reject it, but then care about its creation, but then not care, but then so I have to let go of stuff, but I'm worthy of nice stuff. Okay, cool. Right. Got it. That's another one. Let's put that into the book of confusion and shit that don't make no sense. But there's truth in it. And this is why I always reference the Tao Te Ching. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. High begets low, or, low and high support each other. Hot and cold, what I mean? Like, we have to be able to speak within the true reality and construct that this place is, right? Within all of its constructs, the constructs within the constructs within the constructs, right? It's the summing people up. That's why I don't like first impressions. I've never liked first impression. And not like I don't like a first impression I've had with people. I mean, that's not what I'm saying, but do we all not know that there's more to a person? Has nobody ever made a first impression and like realized, like, good or bad, it doesn't matter, that you would have wanted to say more and you didn't really get to know that much about each other. It's like, I don't know, because that's not true. Some people, they're like, hey, my name's Mike. And then that's it. And like, and she's happy. That's all she doesn't want a guy who talks. And that's the beauty of it, right? So figure that out. But quit being, just see, like I said, like, hey, how you doing today? I have a boyfriend. Okay, tell him I said hi. See you later. What? Did that just happen? Like, yeah, poor girl. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know. I don't know. Right? I'm not gonna say hi. That didn't work. So I just wanted to, share a laugh with somebody or something, man. So I said, I was always with my ex-girlfriend. She says, she says that all the girls at the job, he flirts with everybody. And like I said earlier, it's like, I'm just trying to meet some friends. It's like when your outlook is so unique, whatever, high vibe, spiritual, whatever you want to say, call it what you will, dimension, whatever. I mean, it's like we can't talk with people who have a ABC 1 2 3 kind of mindset. That's why I kind of tease psychologists too. It doesn't mean that it's not extremely important and it's not a really good thing that they're doing and that we have that. But anyways, you guys know what I'm saying. I've already said it before. So for the week ahead, as we always do, I want to. Some tell me to pull more. All right, I'm gonna pull more. I'm gonna pull out another. Wow, I just read what card that was. For the week ahead, yeah, we're gonna need some more. These are tarots. I usually do oracle cards. So we're gonna get 3 tarots about this next week. Ooh, because this is a loot. This deck wants to fall all over the ground. That card came out in the middle. I was talking. I wasn't even trying. I said we'll pull cards. That's why we always pull cards for the week ahead, and so it knows why. Yeah, you better know why. Trying to put all the pressure on us, or we don't even remember nothing. I just learned how to cook for myself. Like when I was 20, like I didn't even know I'm supposed to do what now? Shit. Yeah, don't worry, we got this. That's what I say. Just come. It's all good. We're good. Okay, cool. We're good. Always good. Like I said, if you focus on I need to heal this masculine side of me or whatever, then you're implying that it's not in heal, right? And so now does it mean that you don't? No, so we need to see it as upgrades, right? I'm going to upgrade. It's like when checking in on your higher selves. Okay, I just threw that one over the top. If you show up again on the bottom, that's what you need to do. Okay. When you're talking to higher selves, you got to see if they're upgrading, right? You have to see if recognizing thoughts and energies and beings, and then recognizing what makes it feel like a being. Okay, well now because it has some sort of substance, because I can recognize the feeling and I understand the thought pattern that created it. And so now I know where you live, right? And where do you live? And then you say, oh, that's a part of something I always thought or whatever. Okay, your aspect, higher, lower, whatever. Okay, that's a part of you. And then you have to check in with them regularly and say, how are you doing? What is going on? And are you ready to give up that shit or whatever, So like I always say, we're the spirit embodying and making the human animated, right? And so once we recognize that the levels and the, it's not just demon attacking or psychic attack. It's not just that. It's you, right? And you have to. This is why we love good and bad. We love them all. We love all the children. Right? Well, you love yourself, That's all of your children's and everybody else's. But you have to check up on them. And that's how you can know where you're at, right? Understanding that we're really multidimensional beings and that we have DNA of 29, what did I say, 29, 22, 22, 29 different races, you know, and we have all these aspects of ourselves that we can connect to that can remind us of what happened that was good or bad in the past. And then we identify and we say, oh, right, I was that person, right? Imagine if everyone who's doing the work, right, we're all like Archangel Michael, or we're all like Joan of Arc, or we're all like Cleopatra, or we're all like, none of us are ever out here being like, yeah, I was Hitler. Right? Nobody's really saying that, guys. You know, and that's okay. That's okay. We don't need to. It'd probably not be a good idea, you know. Anyway, so I thank you for just giving us the good ones, because it's not like we need positive polarity in order. Anyways, I'm gonna learn through my darkness. These guys, dumbassery. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I got him on that one. Yeah, you want to say something now, don't you? Let's go. And what I get, swords, of course, the 10 of swords. All right, guys, here's what we get. I'm not a professional tarot reader, but we're going to go with what dropped for us, and then we're going to do clarification with the oracles anyways, right? So first card coming up this week, Bazunga, the one card to overwhelm them all. Tower. But this is for the collective. And you guys know the last week of February is going to be popping. All right. Some were saying it maybe in the March, but yeah. And I wonder, is this a tower for the powers that be? I don't know. It got hit up there. Doesn't look like the whole tower is crumbling. Looks like their tower's crumbling. But I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a tower moment. And it doesn't mean we're all not going to be affected. So then we got, what is that? 3, and it says Empress. I didn't know Empress had a number. What am I doing wrong, guys? Help me out. Tarot experts. So we got the Tower, we got the Empress, and we got the 10 of Swords. Oh, so that means he's being stabbed in the back? What's that mean? Oh, I'm going to look it up. Why does the Empress have 3 on it? It's confusing me. The 3 of Empress. Let's check it out. Isn't it major? Oh, they just gave her a number. Okay. Cool. All right. So we'll start with the Tower, which is 16. Devil. Tower. We know what the Tower is. Hold on. Symbolism of this card. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so check it out. This card pretends a sudden disastrous change bringing calamity. This edifice is typically shown being struck by lightning. The tower top engulfed in flames, and this is exactly how I initially produced it also. However, at the time I was working on it, Hurricane Irma was threatening to ravage Florida. Okay, the formidable size and force of this oncoming storm was a cause of significant concern. My home and those of my immediate family were in a predicted path. So the symbolism he took on it was from that perspective. Okay. Cool. He put some water in there in the storm. That's nice. I like it. I love storms. Storms are ionizing. We need storms. They're like actually, that's why we all feel good in storms, you know. Marjorie, clean your pores. Oh, from the mustache. Yeah, that's what's up. So 3 is just the Empress. Okay. Yeah. Mama Gaia, right? Abundance and nurturing. See? And I think that's important. Look, what is the most important thing that everyone needs during a tower moment? Mama Gaia. Right? Every time. And then Father, Soul, whatever. Father, Source. Father, Spirit, sources, all of them. Sources united. So it's Father, Sky, I guess. It depends on how you look at it, right? Because in Egyptians, wasn't it Isis rules the sky, and then Geb rules the earth, or is that their son? Oh, I don't know, I forget. Oh yeah, whatever. Rules the earth. So we got the 10 of Swords. So let's see. Wow. Talk about having to talk about stuff in the world where we got a tower coming down and we got the Empress growing up. The figure in the RWS. What is an RWS? Help me out, guys. It's all in caps. The figure in the RWS in the what is he? He's shackled, son. And he's butt ass naked. Sexy. Look at sexy man. Woo. All right, hold on. It's clearly not. They always put like sex in all these cards. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but I'm saying. The figure, but it's the natural. It should be. And as long as it is. Sometimes you see it and you're like, that's not why they did that one. The figure in the RWS is clearly not having a good day, as he seems to be literally impaled by 10 swords. You know, okay. Here, the scene with its emphasis on the man's back acknowledges the traditional RWS image. Oh, rider weight, whatever. But I attempt to portray the negativity of this card in a more nuanced manner via melancholy lighting and mood. The man is not physically being injured. It's more feeling like a victim. Well, there you go. So moving forward, you guys, the reason why we are all even here doing this is because we got to mitigate this shit for people. Could you imagine if there was never a conspiracy theorist person ever? Do you imagine if none of these things were ever talked about right now? And then everything, or 2 years ago, whatever, would be way worse. Way worse. So whatever crazy stuff you think you're saying, we need more of it. We need a lot more of it. Okay? That's why I come on this show, man, every Sunday. Like, I'm not here for an agenda. Well, my agenda is peace, love, light, abundance, thriving, prosperity, for all of us. And I tell it to you right off the bat. Like, you don't have to do research on me. It's too funny. We are the ones that are going to inherit the earth again. Remember, guys? It's just, we're in the cycles, and then we get into the solar cycles, the 25,000 years, it's yin and yang. It's got to go one way and then it's going to snap back and then it's got this, and it's got that. It's just, oh, you know what? Tarot usually does, what was our bottom card the whole time? The Chariot. There you go. That's what we needed to sum this up. Card number 4. Putting it in a box. This is a box that I like, although I'll never be in any boxes. Right? Excuse me. I think by default, I can't. I'll get in my own box, thinking of that it's a box that I'm not even really, you know what I mean? I think those are the boxes we get. There's like the collective box where you're supposed to think and act and do like this. Then there's like the community, local, your parents, your grandparents, you need to have manners and act like that. And then there's your box where you just want to be free. It's like kids, man. It's like kids, I don't know. They just don't like being scared of the guy who talks to himself walking down the street, and hasn't showered in a while. He's looking scruffy. He's talking to himself, and you get older, you're like, oh my gosh, stay away, right? Really? Because that's what they all look like. All the people who are kidnappers and who are these people, they look like that guy. That guy. That's the guy you're afraid of. Like, that's not even the right guy to be afraid of. Like if that guy, and I was saying earlier, if we're kids and we're playing, and this kid over there talking to himself, he comes up, hey, Mike, I'd be like, hey, what's up, Johnny? What you doing? Over there talking to yourself again? He'd be like, yeah, we're talking about blah, blah, blah. It's going to be a great conversation. Like, I'm so excited about this, where this could possibly go. So it's like, as kids, we just, I don't know, there's something, this is the reason why I'm bringing up kids, man. Kids, we don't get scared. They don't get scared as much. I mean, like, they're more scared but it's for other things, because we see them as parents. We go like, oh, okay. But kids are braver than parents are. A kid, I remember being a kid, sticking metal into a light socket. I had a knife. I did it once, never do it again. I almost zapped the shit out of myself. I dropped it quick. I didn't get nothing, right? The lights, my grandma was in the shower. I was in the bathroom. It was around the corner. There was it's like an L-shaped bathroom. She was in the shower, and that went, oh shit. I'm never gonna do this again. Kids, I mean, man, like, and you know why we're like that? Because we know that we're souls, and we came here to experience stuff, and we're ready to jump in and go get it. And that's what we've been too trained into victimization and listen to this guy authority, you don't know what you're saying. Oh, that's right. I don't know what I'm saying. Listen to him. Oh, okay. What do you say I should do with my life? I'm going to slap the face off at everybody. I so dislike when people are like this. Like, I was thinking about doing comedy too, spiritual comedy. I got to figure that out, but I don't have the patience. I'm not writing stuff down. I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to walk up there and hopefully it's good, but I ain't got nothing planned. So I don't know how it's going to go. I'm an outline kind of guy. Give me an outline. That's all I need. I just need one talking point, and that equals 30 minutes minimum. You know what I mean? So that's why I like outlines anyways, because again, if people want to be so concise, well, you want to be concise over this debate about fresh drinking water. And this is going to take how long? You want to be concise and fresh about your. Here's my outline. Build the plan. Turn it in. Here you go, teacher. I'm done. You know what I mean? That's why I school. I didn't really care for, like, teacher, I'm done. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Like, no, you're not. I gotta deal with this every day. It's too funny. As a kid, like, the thoughts I'd have, like, oh my God. Here we go. Another smart, dumb motherfucker that we get to learn from. Shout out to all the teachers, right? It's not their fault. They gutted it's what they have to teach. Like, you know what I mean? It's it's the curriculum. It's like so it's not even their fault. Like, I wasn't mad at the teachers, right? But I was like, I know this is dumb, but since we can't have a conversation about it because you're kids and you want to understand or whatever, or it's too taboo to talk about. We don't want to put this in the minds of the students here. It's not the right place. You know what I mean? It's always something. It's always something that nobody wants to just be real. An end destination. Oh yeah. Why am I reading? I'm reading Chariot. Yes, I'm going to read it. An end destination or goal is established, but to get there will require considerable determination and effort. There is energy and drive from varying sources, but it may be in conflict. As symbolized by the two horses pulling in two different directions, there may not be common agreement in purpose. Focus and control are required to channel that energy at the desired pace in the direction you choose. I like that. These are you. These are your horses, right? This is your human and your other human, right? And then that's you going like, man, I don't even know. I'm trying to go this way. Everybody's freaking out over here. Look, this person's so love and light. That person's so hateful and dark. I just wanted to go forward. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I like the look on his face. He's like smiling. See, he's like smiling while he's looking forward, and both horses are going like completely opposite direction. He's just having a blast. That's how I feel. I like this card. Right? Like, you almost have to stay oblivious. Otherwise, like, like you're gonna blow something up, It's like, like and then learning your history, who you are in a past life, right? Sometimes maybe you don't need to know that. I hate to break it to you guys. I mean, I want to know them all personally. I'll deal with it. I'm a big boy. I can deal with but it's like, some of that stuff that'll hit you hard, man, when you realize like part of the reason why you're here. See, and that's what it is. It's karma. People say, "Oh, it's my karma." No. It's not just your karma. It's the karma. It's a karma, right? That you embodied to be here, boom, 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 right? Like if I was in another body, whatever, it'd be a different kind of karma. And would it be mine? I mean, okay, yeah, but so it's even in learning who you are, other aspects, quit worshiping it. Like, yeah, oh, I was Hitler. Yeah, that wasn't good. Stop worshiping it. Stop saying it wasn't good. Stop saying it was bad. And again, yeah, be the chariot. Just be this guy. What was he? He's like, he was smiling. He's everything's going on down here. He's just like he's high as shit right now. Look at him. Look at him on that horse. He's high as a kite. Look at that. He doesn't know what's happening. That horse is going that way. That horse is going that way. And he's just like, and this is why I relate. Like, all I'm waiting for is for the horses to just eventually strangle themselves so hard that they realize, oh, that was a bad idea. And then they just turn around and go like, hey guys, what are you doing? Right? I kept trying to tell you, go this way, and you didn't listen. And then you almost strangled yourself. You're crazy, like dogs on the leash, and they got to go real bad. It's like, what are you doing to yourself, man? I wish I could communicate with you better. I wish you could understand. Just don't go into the street, and don't just go chasing shit. We got to go back home. It's like, otherwise I would let you go free. But they don't understand. So what do? We just, I don't know, hold on to the reins, and we get dragged along with it, right? So what do? We smile. We smile the whole time. We smile the whole time. Nobody knows the difference. Okay, let's do the other cards. Moving forward, man. Come on. We got fairies and we got Odin, all right? I need the fairies are first. You're just in my hands. We're doing fairies first. What do the fairies got to say? Oh, thank you. Yeah, go get elected. Exactly. Right. Go. Grandma. Hey, grandma, that, steam, smoke coming off my hair, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I really didn't know. Like that's all that happens. Just be honest with yourself. Quit trying to pretend like, I'm over here because I'm the king of darkness. I'm over here because I'm the king of lightness. You know what? Both of you guys are like really creepy cults, Like you just need to be just in the middle. And see, that's the thing. That's what humans are. That's what we are. That's the big secret, right? Not every other species out there is like us. You know what I mean? So we got work to do, right? So it's like we let's make it hard on ourselves. Okay, let's go. Let's see how we can do it, right? Some are harder than others. Moving forward, what's the fairies? You feel stiff now. You felt good when I was shuffling, and now you got stiff. Okay, no more cards. This is it. We got it. 42, number 6. We got the dragon's pet. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianship. Yes, I like that very much. Look at this for the fairies and the dragons all coming out in one. Right? And she got a baby dragon. Big old fairy. Look at that. See? The circle of life. Wait, I can't spin my finger because the camera's backwards or something. I don't know what's going on. So beautiful. We all nurture one another, guys. Hold on. Communication. Oh, this one's by numbers. They usually are. All right. If this card has chosen to come and speak to you, with you, it would seem that at this time you are nearing a relationship with the Fae, moving into the realm where they dwell and over which they have stewardship. Fairy beings do not have a concept of owning the land, flowers, fields, or things. When they say this is ours, it is nearer to a concept of this is me than what we humans have developed in terms of ownership and rights to do with as we wish. The guardianship you have over a certain area gives you responsibilities, and it includes being as much owned by the land as you own it. It is a reciprocal relationship, symbiotic, and neither can flourish without the help and love of the other. Fairy too have areas over which they watch, and in this beautiful image, a small dragon fae being has connected with the fairy and is reporting to her what is taking place on the borders of fairy. What is being shared may be that a human one has come to share and to learn, or that someone, perhaps you, has asked to come closer to the realm. It is up to this fairy and to the dragon fae being whether or not more is revealed to you at this point. Of course. This card also speaks softly of the relationship between beings. This fairy is a dragon fae's beings. The fairy is the dragon's pet as much as it is hers. They belong each to the other. In this fairy concept of mutual relationship, we can find fertile ground for our own companions and friendships with beings who we often call pets, but with whom we share deep bonds. We are not owners, we are guardians. This card reminds us to be worthy of that role, whether it be of the land, the flowers, the air, or beings such as beautiful friends in the forms of dogs, birds, or other beings who have chosen to share their lives with us. This card reminds us to listen to them. They will alert you to what is taking place on the boundaries well before you will ever know. Ooh, I like it. Makes me think of my birdies outside. Divinatory meanings. You have watchdog energy around you. A pet, animal, or plant ally is relaying information to you. It's the birds outside, that's all I got. Please tune in and listen to what is being shared with you. You will know when energy is changing around the borders of what you called your home or land in time to take positive and perfect action. A dog may bark at a person or being it does not trust, for example. A plant may wither after a certain being has visited. All of these are strong messages from your companions and allies, and the fairies communicate with them all the time. If you wish to connect with the Fae, your companions are one of the first sources you may turn to deepen and strengthen that connection. For they already have it and are already sharing them with you, the messages. Boundaries, receptivity. Messengers from the animal or magical world are flying between you and the Fae. Reverse meaning? No, I don't do reversed meanings. Reverse meanings are just the same as the normal meaning. It just means to watch out for that stuff. In this case, it would mean that you're not connecting and nobody's looking for you, and so you should go look, right? That sums that one up. So yes, connection. It's all about the connection. 1,000,000%. The communication that we're all that we have been bringing. That if we haven't been bringing, hey, sister, what's up, baby Ray? If we're not the ones sharing the information, like I said, imagine no conspiracy theorist was ever around. You know how crazy it would be right now? Like, we would be on a level of crazy that's not even, we already are. Imagine none of this was out. People would, imagine you were finding out about 9/11 for the first time right now. We're all going back, people, and that's what's happening for most, and maybe not most, again, but a lot, right? Like, there's a lot of people who have known their whole lives and just kind of ignored it, brushed it aside. Now they're just going, fine, what do we have to figure out? What is it? So it's like everybody's is getting pushed to come around. So, we don't have to push them, but at the same time, not everybody does learn from a communication. Not everybody can really apply. You can have a great conversation with somebody, but if you don't really learn it and you don't really apply it, it's like all the droughts, like all the bad things that are happening in the world. What are we gonna we're learning from it, or we're just like, oh yeah, that's how it is. No more how it is. That's how it's not going to be no more after I walk through. That's how we need to be thinking. Why aren't we? We don't want to be the heroes, or we love heroes, or want to be on the side of the hero, or you know what I mean? Like it's cognitive dissonance all over the place. So stop caring. Like that's the number one thing you can do. Stop caring about everyone in your life, about everything in your life. Just stop. Right? Like the one thing you can do in order to find out what you really are and who you are and what you care about, and then you'll realize you always care about it. Right? Like it's not even a problem, man. You don't have any problems. I keep saying, like if you live in a world where 2 + 2 is 4 in math, but then but you live in a world where it equals 5, and you're running around saying, dude, it's 4, why is everybody moron? It's 4, and then you got like a couple other people who've done their own research and are like, yeah, it's 4. This world's crazy, right? Nothing's wrong with you, like, and even the people who are, as we all get caught up in it, and we do something we can't. What are we going to do? Are you going to do it perfect every single time? I mean, come on. You got to do the best you can. And how do you do the best you can? What does that feel like when you're doing the best you can? It means you're present. You care, right? And care if somebody's saying, I don't care what you're going to tell them how you feel. And then that's how I feel. And then are we going to work together to make beneficencies and benevolence? Or are we just going to argue? Because that's a waste of time. But we gotta be concise. Like I said, we gotta do it gently, like we gotta, right? But be specific. Spirit says all the time, be straightforward, know what you want, create and visualize specifically, because that's what transmutes the situation. When you're talking with somebody and something goes sour or whatever, then you transmute it. You're like, no, we're going to take this sour feeling conversation. I'm going to make you laugh. I'm going to crack a joke to snap it all out, to break the ice, the resistance, whatever it is, you're transmuting it. And I lost the rest of that. I don't know what else. They're like, pull the card. I pulled the card, pulling. It's for next week. Come on. It's for next week. Oh, we got to check out. I like doing what's on the bottom of the decks. So hold on. What's the fairy one? That's why you're making me stop. What's the fairy one? Bottom of the deck we had the littlest fairy. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. She is the littlest fairy. And that was kind of like the relationship with the dragon fae, right? These are pets. Oh, I'm not going to read it all. Doesn't that mean it's like the anchoring energy or something? It's like what you don't see, but it's anchoring you. It makes me think of the line from the song, what was it? By Flatfoot. Which is from the Bible. They said a little man can move mountains. Something about a mustard seed. I forget. I always like that line. Even with the littlest faith of a mustard seed or something like that, he says in line, you can move mountains. Because faith doesn't need to be big in physicality, right? It's not what we think. Not totally. And humor, yes. Humor to heal everything. Humor heals everything. That's why they try to trash humor, right? You can't say this, you can't say. Who said we can't say nothing because somebody got upset? Somebody got butthurt. They didn't like the joke, and now they went to the judicial to make a law about it. You need to sit your wussy butt down and grow a pair. Oh my gosh. The fact that we live in a world where, like now, if you say some mean stuff, okay, yeah, like that's on you and your reputation and you just messed up for yourself. That's fine. But like making laws and making rules, you can't say this on TV, can't say that on, like, oh my God, what's happening? It's like we came to Earth to just not talk. We're gonna walk around with our lips sewn shut. Shh, shh. They're getting excited. Excuse me. Yeah, we know how you feel, bro. Don't worry. We got you. That's what we're here to do. We need to know. You need to tell us more. Everything you got. But until you realize that we're here to help and you can anchor in this, you need to let that go. See, this it's like you talk. It's like aspects. It's not just you. It could be somebody else. I don't know who this is, but I know I can feel them. I can always feel like I can. It's like that's why I think clairsentience is the feeling one. It's like spidey senses. Mine are always on. Like it's like, and it doesn't mean I recognize, because it's always on. So it's like, but I'll notice the small, like, the temperature change in the room and stuff like that. I might not like consciously know I'm that it happened, but that's what I'm always picking up on. I think any of us that are sensitive, right? We gotta learn how that all works, which is cool because I feel like guys don't generally have, like intuition, right? Like not compared to the ladies, And then I wonder, I got trained by mama. I probably got trained single mama. There's a reason for everything, And then we say, well, but if it wasn't, then I'd be different, right? But it's already a reason. It was an original reason. It's all set and done, and it's all, love yourself, love yourselves, right? Love your parents. They made you the badass you were today, whether they knew it or not. Realize how much of a badass you are. Everything you've been through. Come on, guys. Ain't got no time for this playing these games no more. Come on, we're doing it, and that's it. That's it. If you need help, you talk to Michael. I don't know. Like I will tell you how amazing you are because I can see it in every single one of us. I can't see it in myself. Right? That's the practice. Is seeing all of this and then and then looking at yourself and going, I don't do none of that stuff, or whatever. I don't, it's like, I'm just here, right? And then, but that's how amazing we all are. Like, it's weird to know how amazing we all are, but then because of that, be completely in a humble place where I'm just like there's nothing to really say or do, but then anything you do, it's wonderful. But then now I got to watch out because maybe you're lying to me. Like it becomes, so it's crazy. We all have we're such amazing beings, even as just our human vessels, what I mean? Even just this, we were programmed. Yeah, but a biological, organic, processing system that's programmable. I mean, like we're the bee's knees. We got it all. We got everything. Hold on, guys. I'll pull the last one real quick. We got Odin. Odin's coming for a visitation. Odin, what are we doing going forward? What is the collective going forward? And it's all playing favorites. It's all like and dislike. No more polarity. Ooh, that was almost you. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, thank you, hon. Facebook user, that's all it says. I'm assuming I said it. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. Thanks, hon. It's so good. Excuse me. Are we doing? Thank you. I was gonna say doing next this week. Then it pops out. Okay, cool. Oh yes, we got the Valkyries. Hello, flying on in there. Look at that. They're like Chinese Valkyries. We went. This is the Odin, the Chinese version. No, I can't put it down. Ow! That's the one by Sonia. Sonia Grace. Oh, my butt been sitting. I got to get up. Let's see right here. Valkyrie. So that's like a major arcana card, right? Or is it just the gods? Well, the Valkyries are in Valhalla, though. They're the Guardians. Okay, where's the... See, this is why I need outlines. Oh, I see what you're doing. So that's why I should read the book. After you read so many, I just, I don't think I read them all. Where are you? They have it separated into like the gods part and then like not gods. Magic is in the next part. Okay, so they're in the magic. Yeah. Yep, first one of the magic. So it's warrior. Yep, of course you had to show up. We've been talking about you. Odin communicates to his chosen warriors through the Valkyrie, who are ominous, fair maidens. Using cloaks of swan feathers, these powerful spirits can protect life as well as take it. It is an honor to be chosen for the great hall known as Valhalla. The Valkyrie are both beautiful and deadly. They use sophisticated and often malicious magic to weave the fate of the warriors. Selecting this card upright suggests that you are protected by the Valkyrie. They bring great power, but also caution you as you step onto the battlefield. As a spiritual warrior, you must rely on your strength and remain in alignment with the Valkyrie. If you find yourself on the battlefield contemplating your fate, you will have protection. Live a good life and gain entrance to Valhalla. The Merc stave is selecting the Valkyrie card in reverse. Oh, in reverse? Is that what Merc stave? Merc stave? Merkstave. Yeah, it's on every other card. Okay, so that's just reverse. Well, I'm glad we didn't do reverse because the Valkyries sound like they messed me up. Weaving in malicious magic. No, thank you. But it's very true. I don't know how you guys connect to Valkyries, if you guys ever have. But they do feel very much like they're almost like androids, right? Like that's why I think ominous was a good word for it. They feel like they're about business, and that's it. But the business is ensuring your life path. You know what I mean? So it's like that to me is like ultimate indifference right there, where you live to help people because that's who you are, but it's already who you are, so you're indifferent. It's not a question, who can I become, right? That's a trap too. Think of that in the world. Who do you want to be when you go, right? What do you want to become? Like, no, nothing. Go away from me. Like, because I'm already not something. No, the Valkyries know who they are. And they do what they do, and then that's it. And they go home. I don't know. And then they done. They wash their hands, they take a shower, you know what I mean? Eat some grub, eat some din din, and they take a nap. until they're called on again. They're not questioning who they are. They're not questioning, oh, I did it like this or I did it like that. They're not questioning, it's like it says, if it's in reverse, indicates that you're treading on dangerous ground. Know upon whose help you call and in what hands you place your fate. Mine. To be on a spiritual path means living your life in service and respecting the forces that are always at play on earth. We ain't got a choice, man. As a spiritual warrior, you must heed the law. I kid. As a spiritual warrior, you must heed the laws of the unseen world. The Valkyrie cannot protect you at this time. Oh, if it's in reverse. It is up to you to take your fate into your own hands. Ground yourself and use some cedar to clear your energy and space. Redefine who you are as a spiritual warrior and sit in meditation. Yeah, cool, perfect. And then they'll come right back because you did your work. And they'll see that you're doing your work. And that's how this whole thing works. And what's on the bottom? Oh, yeah. The main himself, the main man of the deck, Odin, on the bottom. So that's what we can't see. Can't see Odin. We can't see the gods behind all of this. Duality. Is his representation in this one. Odin is the most powerful of the Norse gods. He is the ruler of Asgard and husband to Frigg. Odin understands the 9 realms and the true nature of humankind, for whom earthbound experience is measured through the duality of good and evil, right and wrong. The duality is what prevents us from finding inner peace. Odin wanders betwixt and between the 9 realms. He believes in the truth inherent in each person's soul. Word. This card is about picking a side and Odin's belief that it is best to be centered, standing in the middle, and choosing observation over judgment. Go within and find your center. Release your attachments to either side. Meditate. There it is again. You will discover the journey you long for is within. 100%, guys. The level of wonderful completion feelings when you have a good meditation, nothing in this life compares to that. I'm sorry. And there's a lot of things in life that meditation might not compare to too, but it's like I always say, where do I want to go? I just want to meditate all the time. I walk everywhere I do every day. I'm in meditate because that's such a beautiful state to be in. You will discover the journey that you long for is within. It completely is. The card indicates, if it was upside down, that you had taken aside and perhaps become rooted in something you no longer believe in. So take time and step back, watch your thinking. Why are you so attached to that particular view? The universe is made up of possibilities. Through meditation, release your attachments into the earth. Feel what it's like to be free. I think that's a big piece ending on freedom, because everybody wants to be free, but we're not allowing ourselves to be free. Like, allow that energy that you literally feel right now to just get out of your body. You're not free already, or whatever, because I don't know, right? But by that definition, we have a physical vessel, so we're never going to be right. So go, but we can't. And so go do that. It's like I've been saying recently, do it to your vessel so it becomes real, make it real. And then you feel better, right? Go work out. All of a sudden, hey, is that a butt muscle going on? Yeah, what? You know it. I'm coming. Got his groove back. That's right. Why? What happened? I just did a bunch of squats. It wasn't hard. It was heavy, but easy. It's easy. We can do it. You can do it. We can do it. We're all doing it. The whole world is. Because why does certain Spotify channels out there have 11 million viewers and CNN has like like 2 or something. I forget it, like 1, like a million, like you guys, we're gonna win. We already have, and we are. Because there's way more of us. Way more. And so that's what it is. Seeing each other as brothers, sisters, the construct that you will learn how to create over. And that doesn't mean you rule it. It's a co-creation. And when you guys get good at activating particular energy streams through spelling and through whatever, this is the art of making someone laugh, right? You understand based on where they're at, what to say and how to say it, right? It's like if you ever try to tell a joke and you say the sentence, but you like flip 2 of the words or something, and now it's not even funny because of the way it rose, and then you get the punchline. But now you rose it up, and then because you put the word in front and you shouldn't have, and now it went back down compared to that word because that was the top word, which is supposed to be at the end, right before the punchline. It's like it's all frequencies, it's all flow, everything. That's all we're doing. Like you as a healer, because I see that too now. Even people, they kind of joke like, "Oh yeah, everyone's a healer now, and everyone's a blah 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 blah." And it's like, yeah, we all are. We're all healers, right? But again, we're in this world where it's like, oh, well, what have you healed? Show me a list. Give me the list of your clients, and then the more clients you have, the more better than this. When somebody needs healing, they're supposed to go to the right healer. So if they're going to the wrong healers, this is why they don't get healed also, right? And it's not about, if you don't know who your right healer is, you're not going to find the right one. You have to know who you need to listen to, right? What you need to try. You need to know that, okay, yeah, this, Taoist meditation has been around for thousands of years, but it doesn't really do that much for me. You know what I mean? Or it does. That doesn't mean maybe later in life it'll change, and then maybe it's the perfect one for me. It's right. Learning as much as you can, and then throwing it all out, so that you can hear yourself again. Right? And just, what do you want to do today? I want a pizza. What? Well, come on, man. What do you mean? You want something tasty and you're hungry? Okay, right? Like we have to be parents to ourselves. That's what it all is, right? It's all connected. It's all the same thing, right? You grow up, become a parent, then oh yeah, right? Or you just grow up, you get older. Oh yeah, sorry, mom, sorry, dad. I know you guys are trying to help. Like happens to everybody. Happens to all of us. And unless we move forward consecutively, consistently, right? We got to stop the amnesia, write it down, pass it around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Write it down, pass it around. And we got 99 left to go, guys. So, like, you're super important, and the world needs you, and we all love you. And I would love to hang out sometime, because I'm not really doing a whole lot, I mean, I'm busy all the time, but, and I'm just like right here, right now, talking to you guys. So that's the best. Next time somebody calls, hey, what are you doing? I'm talking to you. Like, oh, yeah. That's in the present, being in the present moment. Shout out Grandpa. Grandpa's he's a joker. He's so good at that. That's what he said to me one day. I said, hey, how are you? What are you doing? He said, I'm talking to you. I said, oh, what are we talking about? It's like, I don't know. How do you want to look at this? What aspect of what are you doing right now?
They tell us that that other person is in your head, and no. It's me. It's my higher self. It's my aspect. No. Tired of them and their dumbass logic. No offense, but it ain't like they're meditating. When's the last time you saw an American president like this? Never. Okay. No further questions, Your Honor. See, we already won because we have truth. They're the ones that keep blah, 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 right? Try to change the subject, right? We need an expert's opinion on the water drought, No. It took me one sentence to fix the whole thing. It's just none of you guys are going to go do it, right? That's your problem, not mine. Even though it's my problem because I haven't drank in like 3 days. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what. And then so what do? I'm gonna go get my own water shit. That's what we started, and that's what the world is doing. I mean, look at how much more too nowadays. There's like self gardening, like self survival. Like how to live on like 1 acre of land or something, or like half an acre of land, right? Like build this size greenhouse over here for that ones, and then put this one's over here, and you grow all the onions over there, and all the potatoes. Gotta have potatoes. Everybody's learning how to do that stuff. People want to live in yurts. It's all coming, man. What would Russell Peters say? He said everybody keeps interbreeding with each other. One day we're all going to be brown. Shout out. Right? Because isn't that the dominant color? It's like brown is the dominant gene. One of these days, we're all going to be united. Wonder what we're going to do then. It's just like, and then I think about, okay, so are we supposed to be able to, we came here for this experience, we're going to learn one thing at a time so we can remember what it's all like over and over and over and over again. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? I got some ideas of things that I don't know about that I would like to experience the wonderment and joy like as of a child, that I could just experience it. But no, I only got 3 hours. I got to be back by 5, and then I got to go home. So I'm just going to go home and then sit and then pretend I'm still there. It's like there's tons of things that we all want to experience and would love to grow into within this dualistic place, with not minding that we have some amnesia so we can experience that. But that's not what's happening. So cut it off with amnesia, get us what we need to do, and let's go. But that's the whole thing. Okay, unless everyone is on that level, what those who do is not going to be understood or received by anybody else. So for everyone else who can't hear, they gotta be herded. Not to use that word, by spirit, obviously is what I'm saying, right? Not that kind. But like, if they don't know, their spirit has to guide them. And so we have to connect with what, it's easy for us to get together and, do some work. It's easy. As soon as we get together, the work's already done, right? Because we all are of understanding and knowing. And so what do? It's time to play. It's time to play, right? When you get friends together and you get people who already get it, then you don't need to keep talking to each other about it, because we already get it, or you do. And then, like I said earlier, we just go on to the next thing. But then if it's someone else who's still stuck in it, right, talking about it's going to open a whole can of worms, and then you don't know how they're going to feel, and it could go all over the place. So I'm going to make an outline. Number 1, get over it. Number 2, we all love you with all of our hearts. Number 3, be nice. And that's all I got for right now. I want to say more, but you know what I mean? Like we gotta simplify this for people, because it's real simple. I think everyone is not taking it that way. Right? Enlightenment, right before enlightenment, chop wood, gather water. After enlightenment, chop wood, gather water. We're still just right here. No matter how smart we get, the way I treat you, that's the only that's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters. Right? But we seek stuff. We seek fame, fortune, money. We seek, intelligence. So I'm smart. So I can live my whole life knowing that I'm smarter than everyone else. Like, well, dude, you're in comparison your whole life. Like I mean, I love you, but I don't know if you know what you're doing to yourself in your whole life, right? I honestly don't care. I know what I know if I know it. And then if I don't, I'll just be like, I don't really know. It's like, when we're honest, it's easy. Life isn't so complicated. Do unto others. That's the only thing that needs to be remembered. Like, seriously. That's only one. We got 10 different rules on this, and we got commandments, and we got 12 laws of the universe, and we got this, and we got that. Hey, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's it. That's it. That's it. Because then all the mean people would be all over there together doing it together. Right? Do as you would want to do someone else to you. Okay, well, I'm going to go mess him up, and then he's going to come over and he's going to mess me up. We'd figure it out. It'd be like, as soon as somebody walking up to me, I'd be like, yo, man. I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm not that kind of guy. You got to go over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's your people over there. We can, it makes it simple. Keep simple. It's too many water droughts to figure out how to fix. That's it. Yes. And on that note, we are done. What's the world's problem? We got too many water droughts that we're still trying to fix. Okay. Love you guys. 3 hours, almost 3 hours again. Yay. I'm excited. Thanks for staying. Thanks for hanging out, all you guys. I love you guys. And let's go get it, son. The world is ours. More than we might realize sometimes. But it is. It is ours. Don't look at your neighbors as enemies. Right? We got to start being friends again. Because we all want the same stuff. So. Okay, blah, blah. Love you. Peace.